Hey guys, how you doing? So the Path of Heroes Academy 8 Hero Personality Test, or Personality Assessment as it should be called, is blowing up. It's been really doing well. So many people have taken it. Just in a couple days, we've gotten over 80 different participants, which is super cool, very exciting. And I wanted to give you a little look into the results page so you can see what you'll get when you take this assessment. First of all, I've heard other people have said that it's actually a lot of fun, which is a good thing when you're taking a test of sorts, because you wouldn't naturally expect that. So I loaded up a randomly generated anonymous character report here, because I didn't want to use anybody else's, of course. So we have John, and these are the 8 different cognitive functions. So starting at the top, I'll just name them off. If you're not familiar with the words that I use, that's okay. Analyzing adept is introverted thinking. Strategizing commander is extroverted thinking. Visioning mystic, introverted intuition. Innovating explorer, extroverted intuition. Resonating soul, introverted feeling. Unifying envoy, extroverted feeling. Stabilizing guardian, introverted sensing. And engaging adventurer, extroverted sensing. So the thinking, logic, and then ideas, intuition, and feeling, values, and also sensing. So we see this readout of the results page, and we see stabilizing guardian is high. It's almost at legendary level. And then we also have the heroic level strategizing commander. So I would assume that this person, John, is an ISTJ. Okay, this is, remember, this is just a randomized result. So you get your 8 hero heads up display results. Okay, and when you see that, hopefully you'll get a clear understanding of what are the things I need to work on, what is going well, what should I focus more on, what should I focus maybe not as intently on. Some things are just, you can't focus on everything in life, right? There's a cost of specialization. And we need to make sure that we balance our lives in the way that we want. It's okay if it's not a perfectly symmetrical wheel. Then you wouldn't have individuated yourself, right? So John here needs to do proper introverted sensing, stabilizing guardian things, as well as extroverted thinking things. But we can say maybe he should delve into introverted thinking a bit more. Maybe, just based off personality type theory, getting into some more extroverted intuition, innovating explorer could be a good thing as well. So we have a little mention here, and all of this is tailored to your result. So if you score high on a certain character or low on a certain character, it will reference that within this. And it'll, call out your noob characters as well as your heroic characters. And because as you can see here, it's important that we leverage our strengths, but also acknowledge our weaknesses and find ways of shoring it up, giving enough XP to those newbie characters so that they are not just creating havoc in our lives. And so when you look through, you'll see analyzing adept, introverted thinking. It doesn't mention the actual technical terms, although it could be something I put in here if that is helpful for people. And I've been updating and adjusting this based off feedback too. So it explains the character. It gives you some knowledge about what you would be doing when you are using that character, when that aspect of yourself, that cognitive function, is activated, you're logged into that character, then these are the type of things that you would be doing. Focus on the details, obsessed with accuracy, very good at organizing data logically, an expert on your field perhaps, or a very critical thinker. So these are adept things. And it gives you a little glimpse into the adept. A lot of this is gamified. So this is talking about, in a dimly lit workshop, you meet the analyzing adept, a skilled inventor dressed in a well-worn lab coat, tinkering with a complex machine. And you can read the rest. You have access to all of these, no matter what your results are. And then it goes into, if it's a low result character, it'll give you 8 or 9 different ways of power leveling your character. Okay, so it'll tell you, okay, you got to work on this character a bit, and here are some things that you can do. So if I'm not good at introverted thinking, if my adept is really low character level, then I could look through this and be like, okay, logical consistency. Make a habit of solving problems or brain teasers. And then it gives some flavor text as well. Imagine you're deciphering an ancient in-game rune where every detail counts. Okay, got to make it a little bit of fun, a little bit more entertaining than just seeing numbers and stuff like that. So it's fun. It gives you the results. It gives you some actionable steps that you can take to improve your life based off your personality type, which is super cool. And if you scored high in this, then you will see just a few tips and techniques. Make sure that as an adept, you still focus on some of the feelings aspects and you take a moment to detect the emotional undercurrent in your interactions. Don't just push that off. So it gives you some advice to continue to improve your character, but not as many as the characters that are really low XP. Okay? So I'm not going to go through all of these, of course, but you can see that there are a lot of actionable steps and insights into your personality type based off your results. Super cool. There are plenty of things I want to add more into this, but this is where we're starting off right now. And then, of course, and I'm going to tell you about this right now too, there is the Path of Heroes Academy. So I have a course that teaches you how to understand these cognitive functions on a deeper level, and with the jargon as well as the gamified jargon as well, the character types, and it's in a game world essentially. And within the course, we go into different action steps that you can take. We have character creation for 8 of these characters, so that within your psyche you have an image, a reference point character that you can consult with and say, what would my commander do in this situation? Is the commander the right person for the job here? Maybe I need to log on to my envoy, extroverted feeling, instead of extroverted thinking. And maybe that would be the best approach to this context, this quest, this boss battle. So the purpose of this is to have flexibility of thought. If you are stuck in the same thought process and you are existing in life as an NPC or as a player character, you don't have the flexibility of saying, well, maybe I need to take a different approach. Maybe the skills that I'm using right now are just not the ones that are appropriate for the task. And that's nothing against you as a person. That's saying there's a mismatch. I can play baseball with extroverted feeling. Okay, that's going to be quite difficult. Or introverted intuition. And I can get a clear glimpse of where the ball is going to go. That can serve me well. And I can think about why are the baseball's shaped this way, and where did it come from, and what is the next evolution of the game of baseball. But that's not really going to serve me when I'm playing the game. I should likely get into extroverted sensing, the engaging adventurer, be present, be in the moment, be focused on the game itself and playing, being alive, being present. So in those moments, you can change your physiology, you can change your breathing, you can access some of the techniques I teach within Path of Heroes Academy to use neuroscience and neuroplasticity and neurolinguistic programming and hypnosis. There are affirmation tracks. So if you're really bad at extroverted sensing, you get an affirmation track done by me that will help you have a better relationship with that character, because you are building intrapersonal rapport. That part of yourself, you're having a better relationship with that part of yourself. And in turn, you start to have more flexibility in life, and you also can have more respect and appreciation for other people and their struggles too. Back in the day when I really hated extroverted thinking, because I'm an INFP, we naturally have a bit of a conflict with that. I had a lot of struggles with the extroverted thinkers in my life. But when I started to appreciate the commander within myself and acknowledge it and know what it can do, know what it struggles with, know the epic levels of success that it could bring to my life, and knowing also the struggles that comes with having the commander being the focus of your mind, well, I was able to appreciate the people in my life that use that as a strength and actually ask them for advice and tips and help, which lights them up. They want to experience that too. They want to share what they go through and how they've learned to live a better life in whatever ways that they have. It's a super cool, holistic self-development process. There are other activities within it, and actually I'm going to be putting the tabletop RPG game manual on there soon, and a bunch of little Easter eggs in there as well. That's what I want you to do after you take this, because I know it can help. Because of the feedback, the testimonials, the results that I've heard, how people have gotten clear insights instantly through creating these characters and embodying the character and questioning, asking what they would do, and also just seeing the shifts in how people live their lives through having language for what is going on inside of them and gamifying it, making it fun. And if you don't get into Path of Heroes Academy, that's okay too. At least you'll have this super cool results page that you can look through, that you can gain skills in your life, put more XP into these certain characters, and live a more holistic, well-rounded life, as well as also improving your strengths and delving more into how can I bring the guardian and the commander together on this quest? How can I set up my life in a way that has more guardian, more commander stuff? If you are John and this is your personality type. So that's what's going on with this assessment. You also get some emails from me that are going to give you even more insights into how to utilize these characters, these cognitive function aspects, these sub-personalities, mini personalities, in a way that will serve your life better so that you can create a life of meaning and purpose that leverages your personality type and feels good while you're doing it. Take the assessment, geekpsychology.com. It's right there. It's the first button that you can find, that you can click on, and you'll be able to get your score and really figure out who you are as a person, and what you should be doing, could be doing, might want to be doing with your life. All right. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.